if you're a visual learner like me who likes to picture things while I'm answering questions, then simple nursing would probably be best for you. If you settle down and use ACHA from beginning to end, you understand your content very well. So each of them have their own benefits, ups and downsides. My name is Calvin Osai. I'm a registered nurse, I'm a music artist, I'm a content creator based in the UK. And if you're seeing my video for the first time, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification button, because I promise to be dropping videos about life, about NCLEX, about a lot of updates about the UK on this channel. So do well to subscribe. And then if you're a returning subscriber, I can't thank you enough, because you are the one that made me to come back. So thank you for returning, and don't forget to keep sharing my videos so that more people can be helped from the information I post here. Do well to subscribe. It's not going to take anything from you. As you all know, I recently did my NCLEX exam, and I passed within 2 hours, and my question stopped at number 85. So that's to tell you that whatever I'm going to tell you today is something I've tried. It worked for me. It may not work for everybody, but it's good for me to give you all this information so that you'll be able to find what works for you as well. So stay with me till the end. If you're seeing my video for the first time, like I said, do well to subscribe. It's not going to take anything from you. So today, I'm going to be comparing two NCLEX study bundles, which is the ACHA and also the Simple Nursing NCLEX review. So I'm going to be discussing these two because I've used two of them. I personally used them during my NCLEX preparation. But before I start, I'm going to be telling you that these materials or this NCLEX review are top class. They are very good. They are like the A-lists. They are like the alpha when it comes to NCLEX review. So whatever I'm going to say is my own personal opinion and my own personal experience. So it's not like a review or a bringing down or bringing up one, so this is not a paid advert or anything. So first of all, I'm going to start with ACHA NCLEX review. The first thing about ACHA is that ACHA is structured in such a way that it teaches everything just as if you're being taught by a lecturer in class. So it's too professional, it's too class oriented, it's like a PowerPoint, and then there is a teacher at one side teaching you, it's like you're in a Zoom class and someone is teaching and you're learning. It's more that way, and everything is structured in different systems, system by system. But I think for Simple Nursing, one of the things I enjoyed about Simple Nursing is the fact that there are 12 videos. First of all, I think about 12 or 11 videos. I can't remember the number, but there are videos that Nurse Mike used to just run through the different systems. There is no presentation, there is no PowerPoint, there is no display of text or anything. It's just a video of him talking through everything. And before he started, he also did some video on how to prepare, how to know your weakest areas and all that. And I think I like that approach. And then after that, there are other videos, like loads of videos in the video remediation center, where there are short videos, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, short videos of different topics, different things. You could just see a short video on appendix, and you can search appendix or appendicectomy or appendicitis, and you will see a short video of appendicitis, like just a brief video. Do you get? Unlike ACHA, where you have to watch the whole video of digestive system, and then you start scrolling through the video, to find out where appendicitis is, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's quite, how do I put it? It's well arranged in Simple Nursing than in ACHA. But ACHA is also arranged, but I think it's too traditional, it's too formal, you get. Then the next thing is with using the app or with using the question bank. I realized that, now this is where it gets tricky. I realized that, oh sorry, I was looking here, I was supposed to be looking here. Okay, so I realized that Simple Nursing takes time to load the questions, and sometimes when you select for 50 questions, it brings up 45 questions instead of 50 questions, right? And that's not the same with Archer. Archer, once you click, it just loads. Like once what you select is what you get. But for simple nursing, I struggle with that. There is this delay that comes. It starts loading and loading, and you may not get up to the number of questions you selected. For Archer, I think one of the things I discovered was the fact that if I selected 80 questions for my question bank review, like I want to practice 80 questions, and I got busy, I could pause it, I could go back, I could exit the app, go and do whatever I want to do. Then I come back, I open it, and I resume from where I stopped. So let's say I stopped at question 41. I'll resume for where I stopped. The time starts counting from where I stopped. Do you get? But for simple nursing, the challenge is that if you select 50 questions, and then at question 39, something makes you to mistakenly exit the app, that question bank, that particular one you're studying, will start afresh. And that's a problem. This happened to me like several times. If anything made my phone to refresh, or if anything made me to clear all the apps mistakenly, or if anything made me to get busy, I come back, there's just that problem, that challenge. And so I resorted to using my computer, and I realized that if I mistakenly refresh that page and it goes back, I lose the question, I lose my progress. That's one bad downside about simple nursing. And another thing I also realized is the fact that I think there are statistics on Archer and also statistics on simple nursing on your progress. So they tell you everybody is getting this, you are getting this. So your peers are getting 43% in this set of questions. You got 40%, right? But I realized that for Archer, it looked more realistic. Sometimes they'll say, oh, my peers got 80 something percent while I got 60 something percent. I'll say, okay, fine. But for simple nursing, it's the same percent every time. I think 40 something percent, or it just doesn't change. So I just think, is it that these people just fixed that number there, or it's just me, or it's just the app? I don't know. So it's not realistic. Do you get? Because if I feel my peers are getting this particular percentage, I'll probably want to say, okay, if everybody's getting this and most people are still passing, I could probably stick around there and just use that as my target. Or I could say, okay, I want to exceed this percentage by 10%. So if my average peers, if our peers are getting on the average of 75%, I want to probably be getting 80 something percent, right? So that's one of the downside I got. Like it was really, really a tussle, especially for me that has used Archer. Archer was the first one I used, and it was brilliant in terms of navigating the apps, going back and forth. It doesn't take time to load, like I said earlier. It doesn't. So, but for simple nursing, it was a nightmare to use the app. Unless you know that once you start using the app, you're just going to stay on the app and you do what you want to do. If you want to exit or you want to do you're going to start afresh. But then there's one very strong thing about simple nursing. Nurse Mike is very good with his teaching. Like Nurse Mike breaks things down. There is one guy he always talks about, when we talk about acid-base balance, he talks about aldosterone, and aldosterone is like a bouncer, the extracellular space or the intracellular space is the club, and as a bouncer, aldosterone does not let potassium in, it lets sodium in, and if you allow sodium in, water goes in, so where sodium goes, water flows, something like that. Like there's this caricature he's always making, or is it about Addison's and Cushing's disease, where there is this thing there is to draw moon face, draw this, draw that, put hair, put stripe, and all those things. Like as I'm talking to you, I'm having a picture of his lectures. There are those caricatures that Nurse Mike used in simple nursing that made it simple nursing. Like it's very simple. But like I said earlier, Archer is very professional. Archer is more of traditional method of teaching you line by line of what they've written out and all that. And for me, it's kind of like it helps. Like it helps if you settle down and use Archer from beginning to end. You would understand, how to answer questions. You understand your content very well. If you're a visual learner like me who likes to picture things while I'm answering questions, then simple nursing would probably be best for you. So you have to deal with the hassle of the app. It's kind of like you can't have 100% of this and have 100% of this. If you've used any of this before, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what was your experience with Archer, what was your experience with simple nursing. To add, I used UWorld, but I did not subscribe to UWorld. A friend gave me their login. I wanted to use it to just do practice questions. So I did pharmacology practice question, 85 set of practice question with a friend, just running me through those questions, and that was the only time I used UWorld. So I can't really tell you much about UWorld, but the questions, the rationale and all that, it's kind of like the same, with Archer approach. But I think what simple nursing did in their own was that they were answering the question as well and discussing each of the rationale, which wasn't the approach that Archer did. Archer just answers the question and then links you back to where you can watch the video. But simple nursing, I wouldn't say simple nursing explained that question, the answer, and then there will not be rationale underneath it and all that. So that's one other thing. So let me know what you think, and if you watched to this point, don't forget to watch my previous videos on NCLEX and also to subscribe. I said do well to subscribe. What are you still doing? Subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Do well to share, and I'll like your comment in the comment section. Let me know what you like me to what video you like me to make next, and I'll do that. Then one last thing I'm going to say, when it comes to question banks and you're answering the questions and all that, I think there is for Archer, there's one thing they did that I don't think simple nursing did. For Archer, when you're if you select for the questions to be reviewed before you move to the next question, let's say I answered question 1 and I got it right or I failed it. After giving the answer, the rationale, there is a section underneath that takes you back to the class. So the video of the class. So it will just take you back to the class. Let's say the question was on opioids. Underneath, you'll see video linking you to opioid video. You also see a different set of videos or different set of links to just explain to you before you move to the next. And that was what I did. Then for simple nursing as well, it's had that same approach. So I'm not perfect with this whole doing of YouTube videos, but I think I'm getting there. So if you also like this video and how it has come up on your screen and how you're viewing it, just make a comment. Tell me what you like about the video. Tell me what areas I need to improve. If it's the lighting, if it's the dressing, let me know what you think, and see you again in the next video next week or so. Don't forget to go and watch my previous videos. I'll put them in the thumbnail or something. I don't know what they call that. So cheers, see you.
There's no road I wouldn't drive, there's no price I wouldn't pay, there's no